Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Dog Weekly Pod. I am your host, Ronald Allen Bell, aka the Purple Dog. And yeah, guys, this is, as promised, probably just going to be the most useless podcast. As you know, G-Dawg Trading, we are a hobby shop, primarily located on X, at Trading Dog. And we sell trading cards. We do breaks. We do giveaways every week. We have a store on Mercari I want to talk about a little bit today, and yada, yada, yada. So why do we have a podcast? I don't know. I guess I just don't have enough to do already, and I like having a podcast, so here we are. This is my second ever podcast that I've produced. Maybe some other time we'll talk about the other one, but not today. Today we're just going to talk about G-Dawg, and I'm going to start off today by talking about upcoming G-Dawg stuff for 2025, mainly the arcade. I know the arcade, everybody was getting excited about the arcade and the video games. So was I. To be honest, I get a little too excited too quickly about things at times, and the arcade was one of them. And I'm a very quick internet researcher, and I'm very good at the internet. I do a lot of stuff on the web. I'm not like a coder or anything like that, but I know my way around the internet. I know how to find what I want and get what I need. So in just doing a little arcade research, it looked like a pretty easy thing to do to get some video games made, especially if you want just like a phone quality jumper or racer or whatever, something like that, but with, cool, fun graphics. I mean, there's people who could code them lickety splickety splat for you for $100, $200, and then you own it and you can put it on an app or whatever. So we were aiming a little higher. The main game that we're going for, and the one I'm waiting on, and I hope the guy I had working on it or considering the job isn't mad at me because now it's been months, but when I finally realized what all it entails to make a video game, yes, there are people out there that can do it. Yes, it's cheaper than ever to make an 8-bit role-playing game or any kind of game you want. That's a fact. But you do have to make the base creation. You've got to, he finally woke me up to the fact that he's like, well, hey, I need the character. What does he look like? What are the weapons? What's the name of this? What's the name of that? The map, what's up, what's north, east, west, the levels, the dungeons, and I was like, man, I get it. I've got to write all this. So I literally I got fucking colored pencils and pieces of blank paper and taped them together like a crime scene investigation, and I'm making a map for the video game. Long story short, I expect it to be out this year. And in the meantime, I'm hoping to have some people make a couple little G-Dawg games. Like I wanted to have a 2D scroller Super Mario type of game that I think will be a little simpler for me to write and therefore give to someone to code and cheaper. I plan to have that as well as a couple cell phone level. Maybe I'll even come out with like a G-Dawg app with some cell phone level games. We'll see what seems worth it. But anyway, there eventually will be an arcade attached to www.g-dawg-trading.com, gdawgtrading.com with the hyphen, folks. And you can go to that website now and you can get your Dog Weekly Pod t-shirt. Should be the first item you go on there if you go into our general store on the first page of our website. And also you can surf my new Mercari, which turns out is a place where a lot of people sell cards and very easy to list, and I only have a few hundred up. As you guys know, I had like 7,000 on my eBay store, and I do have the inventory, and I will have more listed, but I've got some fun stuff listed. Some of the prices you might, that's a little high. All the prices include the shipping and a top loader or whatever encasing it's in, so don't be crazy, and you can send me an offer on any of it. I've just been out of the game as far as selling singles lately, and so I don't really know. But anyway, and then let's touch real quick, since the listeners, most of you probably are club members or customers or trivia players. So mailing, we just got Canada out, all the old Canada. The only thing outstanding in the mail is last week's Squares game, unless you're Dustin or Kibbs. I think those were sent. Otherwise, your last week's Squares and Broncos Squares this Sunday with the Bills will be mailed out on the following Boxing Day this next Tuesday. Okay, that's just a quick touch on the mailing. What else we got to talk about, guys? Crypto craze. I know you guys. Some of you guys saw me post about crypto on here. Crypto got me. If you don't know me by now, you know the internet. I'm like I don't know what the word is for it, but I'm a sucker for the internet. I get every app. I get everything. I try everything. I mean, it's crazy, but I love the internet. Like if like this podcast, for instance, I have to have one. Does this type of business call for one? Not even in the least. But it's a thing you can do on the internet, so I do it. And this crypto craze was going crazy, and I was, I'm not going to get political, but Elon Musk, I'm watching him on X, and the crazy election, and Trump wins again, and then these cryptos just start going up through the roof, and then I saw the Bitcoin price, which I never even knew about. I never paid attention to crypto, but 100,000, and I remember asking my son, I said, is that for a Bitcoin? And he's like, yeah, it's like a share if you're trading it on Robinhood or whatever. $90,000. So I just told myself never again. And so here's what I did. I opened up a Robinhood account. I opened up an Acorns account. You don't have to open up both. But do this for yourself. Do it for your future. Don't miss the train again, I missed the train when they said Amazon is a stock to buy back when the internet was going to be a thing. And I was one of those people who said, the internet, don't be one of the naysayers ever. The world always progresses forward. The new always comes out, and people always get rich off of it. So just open these accounts, or open one account with them, and just get yourself some crypto. Actually, I think I should say for crypto, you pretty much need Robinhood. Acorns will invest in ETFs, and that's something, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not a financial guy, but that's a little different. But I do have some of that too, and it does well. But get a Robinhood account. And just buy yourself the smallest amount or even a piece of a share of every crypto that exists, because one of those could be the next Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Don't miss out again. I just promised myself. I did that for myself. And I got a couple grand in the Robinhood. I've got just like 500 in the Acorns right now. And that's just money and that I bought in stocks. And AI stocks is another thing I'll tell you guys to buy. But don't miss these boats. AI stocks and quantum computing is coming out. Just make sure you own something in the big companies. IBM, Google, Amazon. Those are going to be your leaders in AI and quantum computing, a couple of them. Microsoft and Google. I mean, just make sure you own some of these big company stocks. Give yourself a piece, because who knows how crazy it gets, guys. And that's all I'm going to say. Weather report. What's going on in California? You see these fires. You think, they don't clear the brush. But then I saw today, anyway, we won't talk about it too long, but guy getting arrested, basically standing there with a gas can and a lighter. And then I did a little research, and not all from this recent set of fires, but I'm looking back old Google searches. There's been like 12 different guys arrested for arson for starting these fires. So absolutely nuts. Just the fact that most of these are probably arson just makes it even more wild. And I know this is a solo cast. I'm talking alone. I have no guests for my first one, so it's a sad cast. So I don't have anybody to bounce this stuff off, guys, but bounce it off yourselves, okay? Bounce that off your face and think about it. It's arson. What do you think about it, you guys? Hit me up. Now, don't. Actually, don't. And then we'll take a break from right there, and we're going to play a song by my son's band, Practically People, and then I will be right back. Thank you.
So say what you say. You don't have to make a grade. Find meaning of your life in an honest mistake. So say what you say. You don't have to make a play. Find meaning of your life in an honest way. Say what you say. You don't have to make a grade. Find meaning of your life in an honest mistake. So say what you say. You don't have to make a play. Find meaning of your life in an honest way.
And we're back. That was Practically People. I hope you enjoyed that. I know you probably, if you follow me on the old X machine, you've probably seen some of the posts of my son's songs. Those are mandatory to listen to like and comment on, just so you know. I'm not, I don't hunt. I don't tell people, hey, you're watching my video, make sure you subscribe. It's up to you, man. I don't do that. But with my son, I do, son of a bitch. Okay, and you will subscribe, and fucking do all that shit for his. Got me? Sorry, guys, I get heated when I talk about family. Anyway, next up is the Rocky Mountain Sports Report. What the hell is the Rocky Mountain Sports Report? Well, Rocky Mountain football is a big thing to me, and it's in my blood. My brother, Rich, he's right there with me. BYU, CU Buffaloes, Denver Broncos. That's my Rocky Mountain Sports Report. What a year for all of them. I'm not going to go crazy here. I just want to give a shout out to the Denver Broncos. Record dead cap space. Rookie quarterback who everybody said was a bust. And they won 10 games. They're fucking 10-7 and in the playoffs. And we're about to go to Buffalo. And you know what? I know they're the 2 seed, but I'm reading stuff in the news and I'm listening to the talking heads, and they're saying, hey, Denver's got every reason and just the right personnel to upset these guys. So we'll see. I hope we at least have a good game. What a season, regardless. A season where we saw Bo Nix come to life, our new quarterback, our new franchise quarterback. What an exciting year. Back in the playoffs for the first time since 2016. So what a big deal. And then over to BYU and the Mormon side of things, my brethren over there. Just so I was born in Bountiful, Utah, by the way, you guys. BYU wins 11 games. I hated that it had to be at the end. At the end, CU and BYU, who were both vying for the Big 12 championship, ended up facing off in the Alamo Bowl. Probably the lamest scenario for me in the world. It's bad enough they got re-conferenced into the same conference, but then they had to play in the same consolation bowl outside of the Big 12 championship. And CU took out insurance on Shodur and Travis Hunter just in case they got hurt, but they didn't even come out and really play. And I'm not going to take anything away from BYU. BYU looked great and came out and played defense and special teams, the stuff that got them the wins they got in the first place. And that was good to see. But, yeah, it sucks had to be against a a flapping CU who just kind of seemed to show up just to show up. Travis Hunter had 1 touchdown, yada, 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 whatever. But anyway, altogether, great year for Rocky Mountain sports. The Buffaloes are back. They're a 9-win team this year. They just barely missed, at least vying for the Big 12 championship. BYU is an 11-win team with the win at the Alamo Bowl. And Denver Broncos are 10-7 heading into the north of New York for a little cold showdown with the Buffalo Bills, you guys. Is it time for Upset City or what? That is your Rocky Mountain Sports Report. Bloobity blah bloop blue. And what else do we have going on, you guys? Make sure you stop into my merchandise store at the G-Dawg Trading website. Did I already say this? Make sure you go in there. Go into the general store. Get yourself a Dog Weekly Pod t-shirt. Hook yourself up. Make yourself somebody. Okay? I don't know. I don't have anything to say with that. I've got all kinds of stuff in that store. That store it's a hobby of mine. I go in there. I have a Printify account. And just for those of you who don't know, they're a printer distributor is what Printify is. So they're an online hub that connects you with people who make clothes. You take designs that you own, as you guys have seen some of mine. You're like, yeah, no shit, you own that. No one else would own that. No, we got some funny stuff though, and some cool stuff. And they take those and they have them made on things. And Adidas is on there. I've got some stuff made by Adidas on there. We got my Frog Smoke line, which is kind of like you'll see. Anyway, guys, go check out my stuff. Buy some merchandise stuff. This stuff isn't all free, and I don't just exist because I can exist. Because, G-Dogs just makes money naturally. You guys have to give me your money. In fact, that reminds me, you can now set your PayPal to go into my PayPal into siphon mode, where my PayPal, it's not constant. It does it so you don't really notice it that badly, but it will slowly and intermittently just siphon money from your account into mine. That is a payment option. If you guys want to get that set up, please send me a DM on X, and we will get you going. You guys, that's it, I think. I'm going to end this. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about? Not really. It's just going to be a quick little pod, but it's going to be every week. I'm going to try to do them a little longer. I'm going to try to get better at it, make them funnier, more enjoyable. But it will just be kind of like this. It will be informative. We will have a weather report. We talked about the California fires. I was going to do a recipe tonight, but I'm really just not ready to do a recipe. I don't think you guys are ready to start cooking on your own yet. No, I'm kidding. I just don't know which one I'm going to do. But going forward, I'm going to do a recipe. It's just I'm a little bit biased against, or I don't know if that's the word for it, but I produced a podcast in the past called The Chef and the Scribe, and we did a recipe, and I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. It was probably something I did. Anyway, that brings back bad memories, but it is going to happen. I love you guys. The dog pound, how? Anyway, insert funny music here. This is just the base product, guys. I can't wait to hit you guys again. Hit you, baby, one more time. Anyway, love you guys. Peace out. The Dog Weekly Pod is here.